Another video. Well, I guess this isn't much of a video. It is more of a stream. But hey, it's gonna be interesting. I already got a dip in, so if you got a dip, grab your dip. You got a chew, get your chew. If you don't dip, thumbs up to you. Anyway, thanks for coming back to the video. So yeah, if y'all play this game, feel free to add me at Tommy2017. You can see it on the screen right up there. Send me a friend request. Now y'all might be wondering, like, you know, why do you have Brad Keselowski's car number as your picture by your name? And no, it's not because I like Brad K or anything. It's just I think he has the coolest looking. I don't know. I always just liked the way that number looked. Alright, we're gonna have to run this high up here. Oh man, I just ruined my race and so many other people's race because I decided to spin out. Man, it's real fucking loose down there, boy. I'll tell you what, it's loose as hell down there. Damn it, boy. I'm gonna stay down low on this track till I can get some speed picked back up. That was insane. That was the craziest wreck I think I've seen in a long time. Oh, that's not true. The race before this was on Daytona, and there was a hell of a flip. People were flipping and everything else. But the reason why I'd wrecked, it's not that I'm a dirty racer. I was just trying to kind of keep my speed up. I was the faster car when it came to that. And I was also trying to stay clear. Motherfucker. I was also trying to stay clear. Oh, come on, man. I was trying to be appropriate, and I was trying to stay clean. I'm probably gonna get kicked out this lot. Probably gonna get kicked out this lobby, but I was honestly trying to keep it clean. I really was. No way, shape, or form was I trying to wreck anybody. That's just not the type of racer I am. It was just I was the faster car, and I was trying to make a run. You know, when the getting's good, you try and make a run on this game, because if not, you're just gonna have a hell of a time. You're gonna have a hell of a time trying to keep moving with everybody. There it is again. I don't think it's not only that, but I'm gonna let all these cars go by. My race is over anyway. There's no point in me trying to fight for positions or anything like that.
There's a wreck in Thur 2.
But see, I'm a clean driver. I'm not intending to, you know, throw anybody's race off. I'm gonna move up high here. Let everybody kind of wave on by me. Especially like these higher cars up here. Like I'm not gonna run this boy hard or nothing like that, because if I run him hard, it's just not fair to him at all for me to run him hard like that, because he's a lap ahead of me, number one. Number two, I'm not anywhere close to that position, so there's no reason for me to run anybody hard like that. These are just the facts right here that I could be. Damn it, boy. I wasn't trying to ruin nobody's race, but they kind of ruined their own race right there. Dover. I'll keep it high. Try and keep it up this track a little bit in case somebody else comes flying around. See, I wasn't trying to ruin nobody's race. I was running the 48 right there. I was running him. I'm just gonna stay down here for a minute so I can spit, kind of let these cars go by here. There's no reason for me to, you know, I'm 3-4 laps down. There's no reason for me to run anybody any harder. Especially this boy right here. He's, you know, he's ahead of me and everything else, so. It's just crazy that you cannot hit the bottom of that track. You hit the bottom of that track, then you're gonna have a long week. The thing that I like about this game, though, this game was so hard for me to get into and get used to. But once I made that switch between normal racing and simulation physics racing, it was a lot better. See, in simulation, when you hit the brakes, your car doesn't, or it doesn't drift. Like it's like in, and it also, if you want to have a faster car, you need to be racing in simulation. Because if you're not racing in simulation, then pretty much your RPMs in your car will drop when you're going around turns, and you're not going to be able to hit them turns. Now, if you're not a very good driver, then you're gonna have a hard time. Because when if you're just not a good driver, you're gonna have a long, hard, difficult time with this, because you're just not gonna be able to do anything in simulation physics racing, because you're not going to know when to hit the brakes or nothing like that. And the other good thing about this game is you don't want to use default settings on the controller. You want to turn your braking sensitivity all the way down, because you don't need to be slamming on the brakes. If you have your braking sensitivity turned all the way up, you're going to hit the brakes too hard, and it's not gonna be good. You're gonna slow your car down. You're not gonna make any runs on anybody. And as y'all seen, I was making a good run on Dover in the beginning. I mean, I was making a hell of a fucking run in the beginning of that race. I'm actually gonna post it live. Post that right now. Damn. But you're gonna have we already got some wrecks coming, and this race is already over. See, the other thing that they need to fix, though, like, cause the new one, NASCAR Heat Evolution #2 is coming out, and when it comes out in September, I would like to see that they put, you know, people in better positions more than less. Like, don't, oh my God.
There's a wreck in turn 4.
There's no reason for me to be here right now. I'm just having a hell of a race there, and it just ain't going. Not even a hell of a, just having a fucking damned race. It just ain't working out for me at all. Right now, where are you boys racing? Y'all are racing. I want to get back into that lobby, but first I want to switch my driver here. We are live on YouTube. Alright. You're just gonna have a hell of a race, and you're not gonna have no fun. I mean, you're really not gonna have no fun whatsoever. Because they're putting cars that are slow cars. When they're putting slow cars like that, I need to switch my car. I want to be a different driver. I don't want to be known as a dickhead that's fucking everybody's day up. Is that David Reagan? No, that's Chris Buescher. Okay. What car does David Reagan drive? Okay, he drives a 23 car. Ain't nobody want to be no damn Danica Patrick. I tell you that fucking shit right now. Fucking Casey Mears. I want to get into a different car though. I think we'll be racing. I don't want to be called. I don't know. I'll be Joey Logano. I like Joey Logano. He drives a Ford, but I like Joey. Joey's a cool guy. I'm gonna try and get back into this multiplayer session that we were in. We'll probably have to sit in the lobby for a little bit wait for them to get back to the lobby. Alright, they're pretty much done. See, I like these. See, it's the good thing about anybody else 22 car by any chance? Nobody else is the 22, so that's good. See, this guy right here, he has the right idea. He wants to be cars. People like this, now he might be a fan. I'm not positive. He drives a 95 car, but he might be a fan of him. But people like to tend to see. I like to pick cars that nobody's gonna pick. Now, Joey Logano, you have two drivers in the Penske team. You're either gonna be Joey Logano or you're gonna be Brad Keselowski. Obviously, I picked a different one, but now Joey Logano is a big name, and so is Brad K. But the big cars that everybody wants to be is the Hendrick drivers, the 88, the 48. Everybody wants to be Austin Dillon. I don't fucking know why you want to be Austin Dillon. Matt Kenseth is a big one. Kyle Busch a real big one. Martin Truex is a big one because he drives a Bass Pro car. Everybody wants to drive a Bass Pro car. Again, you'll see Matt Kenseth. Kevin Harvick's a big one. There's Jimmy Johnson again. Kurt Busch, another big one. Paul Menard, not so much. I don't see too many. Chase Elliott is a huge one. Kyle Larson's a pretty big one. Tony Stewart is a big one, even though Tony Stewart doesn't race, and I need to install the update file of the new series, but I haven't done so yet. It's not even a new series. I think it's last year's grid, but Tony Stewart ain't in it. I believe Clint Bowyer moved down to the 14 car. Oh man, last year. Not positive though. But again, Kevin Harvick's a big one. But I like these big lobbies now. That's the one thing that this company did do correct. They added more drivers. They added way more drivers in public lobbies. So you can get up to 40 racers in one lobby, which I really enjoy that. I wish they would have added flags, but they said that they just didn't have enough time, which I understand. They didn't have to. I mean, with all the licensing and everything, all the problems, and just taking this game, they literally cut this game all the way back from scratch and built it all the way back up to how they thought it was going to run correctly. And they really did a good job on this game, honestly. The graphics could have been a little bit better. Next gen, it still kind of looks like PS3 to me. But then again, it might not, honestly. But to me, I think the graphics could be a little bit better. They did a lot more detail on the tracks, that's for sure. And on top of the physics in the game, if you put simulation physics into it, it runs a lot better, and it's very noticeable how much better this game runs compared to NASCAR 14 or the update to NASCAR 14, which was NASCAR 15. So that was good. I really enjoy that. But One thing I would like to see, and they have already announced that they should be putting it in there, which is caution flags and black flags being put on online races. I like racing black flags because black flags, here's the thing about when you put a black flag into a race, that yellow line, everybody wants to pass under that yellow line on, you know, big tracks and such. Oh, fucking Indy. I ain't very good at Indy. I don't know why they put Brad on the hood. That's the other thing I like that they did. They actually put them, this is the first time in so long that you could actually get the Miller Lite or the beer. Miller Lite allowed them to put that on there, and it's allowed. And I think the other part was it's an E-rated game and alcohol sponsors are bad, but I think that it kind of worked out. But see what we can get going here. It's probably gonna be a wreck right off this first turn, so I'm gonna drop back a little bit actually. Yep, there it is right there. I'm not gonna be able to do it. The biggest problem with this game, it's not the racing, it's bad. I mean, there's a lot of good drivers out here that race like myself on this game, but it's just so big of problems with wrecking on this game. Everybody, like when I go to F1, if I play like F1 or Project Cars or something with the Indy cars, you know, the drivers are so amazing on those games that, you know, it's just crazy to think that people on NASCAR, they're not really that great at driving. And I think the problem is it's older guys that play the games that just don't have a feel for the game. Like for instance, my dad, oh shit, that scared the fuck out of me. Like my dad plays this game on his PlayStation, and you know, he's a decent driver. I mean, he's up there in age a little bit. He's in his 40s, but he's pretty decent at playing these games. I mean, he gives me a run for my money sometimes. So that's, you know, cool. But then you have young kids that play this game that just don't have a feel for the controls, and you know, what can you do? There ain't much that you can really say about it or do about it, because it's just how it is. If you want good racing, good strong racing online, you're gonna have to get into a league. Like this guy right here, he's swerving back and forth. I'm running faster than him because he's swerving. He can't hold his line to save his life. And I even had to bust around him, and I had to get off of my line. I had to slow my car way down. Like now I know he's gonna move in like that. I lost control of the car a little bit there myself, but I'm gonna get out his way. I mean, you gotta be, when you race in NASCAR, you gotta be aggressive, but at the same time you gotta be courteous, and you gotta know that the race ain't over. And back here in these positions back here, you don't really need to be driving too aggressive. I mean, the aggressive should stop. Once you leave that top 10, the only time aggressive, more of a rubbing, see, he's racing real fucking aggressive back here for no fucking reason. And I'm not too upset about it, because I keep hitting that inside of that track and it's gonna fuck me every time. See, I'm gonna move down for him. I try to stay out of everybody's way possible when they're trying to make a run, because I don't know what you're trying to do. I was trying to spit there, but I don't know what you're trying to do. Now, you might be trying to set a new all-time, you know, fast lap for yourself here in the back. And that's really all you can really compete for, is trying to run faster laps.
car low.
There ain't very much I can do when ain't nobody hitting the gas pedal either. And again, I think they just came off of a wreck. That's where that aggressiveness will get you. And you got to know these tracks. You got to know where you can hit down low and when you can't. And if you're racing on simulation style physics, you are going to spin if you hit that bottom of that track. Like this guy right here, he's going to pull his car way the hell up. And I had to get away from him so I did not cause an accident. And I'm not racing for a high position. I'm racing for 19th place right now, so there ain't nothing I can do. I'm gonna try to run a faster lap.
That's towards the viewpoint.
But that's about it. There's no reason, you know, top 20 position out of 30 people. I mean, I'm ahead of 10 people, and that's 10 people that I'm better than. And in my opinion, that makes me better than 10 different people. And that's good for me. But I would have liked to see a better race. I mean, you got those guys down there, they're all lapped down, so what can you do, you know? There ain't very much you can do, and there ain't really very much you can really expect out of this. Like now, Kansas, we're gonna go race Kansas. I know Kansas a little bit. I'm not too strong on Kansas. Kansas ain't, you know, that big of a track. Up, no, we're going to fucking Tricky Triangle, which is even worse than Kansas. I'd rather race Kansas all day of the week. Every day of the week, I'd rather race at fucking Kansas than Pocono. Pocono is honestly probably my worst track. I race Sonoma and Watkins Glen better than I race Pocono. And Pocono is hard because the braking, every corner is different on this track. Every part of this track, every last piece, they call it the Tricky Triangle because it is the hardest track to race on. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it's definitely a fucking hell of a race, especially to watch, you know, on TV. And I'd even love to go see a Pocono race one day, but it's not an easy track at all. I believe this track is located in Pennsylvania. I'm not positive there's a race there, but I think it's in Pennsylvania. So it's kind of crazy to kind of really imagine me ever being good at Pocono, because Pocono it's just a hard track to race on. And there ain't very much I can do. I got a Snapchat here, see who's Snapchatting me. Chase, I'm fucking streaming. I'm not getting on no fucking Skype call while I'm streaming, you fuck boy. But yeah, this track is a hard track to race, it honestly is. And I'm probably not gonna have a good run at it.
The race is going green. There's the green flag.
So you got guys like that are just fucking. Nope, there we go. We're spinning because fucking dickhead right there can't fucking hold a line. I'm all the way back in 24th now. Why am I in 24th? I should not even be back in 24th. You gotta go. You fucking, this is the problem with people is they can't drive and they want to fight to keep their positions. Me, you know, I've shown y'all earlier in this stream that I get out the way and I'll let you, you know, I'm gonna let you run your race. And there's people that just can't run this track at all. Like that guy, he's going into the wall. And you know, I hit the wall every now and then too, but I don't hit it as often as some of these fucking people. So I'm gonna try and make a fucking run on this guy. See what I can do. Maybe I can get up in there. I like to try and race the race, but I ain't gonna race it. I'm hitting the wall. This turn right here is one of the hardest turns for me. Because the banking is off and you come into it so fucking fast. I'm getting a little bit wobbly. I'll try and make a run here. I was trying to hit that inside gap of that wall where it fucking goes out further. Son of a bitch. It's all about knowing the track too, and I did not know that the wall comes back out right there. And that's things that you gotta look for, because I like to run up here on the wall. Yeah, I like to get, you know... Yeah, we're spinning. I know that part of the track right there very well. We're not even gonna finish this race. There ain't no point. We're gonna get back in the lobby, but we're not gonna finish that race at all. I'm just gonna come back in here and try and get back on to the next track. It's just crazy to think. It's a crazy thing to think about. There's just not much you are ever going to be able to accomplish when you have people that race like that, and it's just that simple. And that's pretty much all that I can really say about that. Is just there ain't very much that you're ever going to be able to do. Let's see here. Are comments turned off in this stream or something? I'm not sure. I can't really tell. Oh, there they are. Okay. I wanted to turn the comments on so I can see what y'all are trying to say to me if you do try and say anything. I'm gonna try and wait for this race. Yeah, it's in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania 400. It's just... sometimes it's just a little bit harder to race tracks when, you know, the track's already a tough track to race, and then you got people that, you know, they want to make runs, and that's all they care about is making a run. And, you know, making a run is one thing, but when you're making a bad run, that's a whole nother story. You can't sit here and make a bunch of bad runs all day long, because the more you sit here and make bad runs, you're just screwing everybody else's race up. So maybe, you know, maybe you deserve to be in a different lobby. I'm gonna show you all these different lobbies right here. If you're not a good racer, hosted lobbies are not for you. This is a competitive mode. Don't race in a competitive mode if you are not comfortable with your car. Now you can race normal races. It's still the same competitiveness. It's a mode for players who want a clean race without the pressure of a hosted lobby. Pressure comes into a hosted lobby when it's really competitive, and you can get booted from the lobby if you are not. Then you have the no rules, which is players can race however they want in this mode. Anything goes, really. I mean, you can bump, you can wreck, you can crash, you can do whatever you want. Now this lobby right here, nobody races in, because nobody wants to be involved in that. They have these normal lobbies too, and nobody's gonna race in them either. Everybody wants to race in these hosted lobbies with people. This is where you're gonna find all your lobbies right here. Right now there's only 34, 37, 39. There's only 50 people online right now. That's how many people are playing this game. It's 50 people. And they're all kind of spread out a little bit. So, oh no. I'm definitely not racing that race. I'm not racing a road course. You can get the fuck out of here with that shit. Nobody wants to race no gosh darn road course. They're racing Pocono right now. It's just hard to find. It's really hard to find a lobby where you can actually get people. It's just one of the toughest times in the world to find something where people are actually racing hard. And then you got these other lobbies where you can go in here and change the physics to only simulation only, which you'll see sim only as a tag on the side. There's 3 lobbies out of this, 3 lobbies out of what, 6 lobbies, and half of them are simulation races only. Custom setups on or off. That's kind of dumb at the same time. I don't understand. Custom setups don't really work at all. So maybe I'll go race with this boy right here. See, now you got some people coming in here, and you know, try and join a lobby. You know, you see a guy sitting by himself, be courteous to him and try and get into his lobby. And then you see these other guys with level 3, and you see me with a level 1. What that means is they have a level 3 license, which means they are racing at the level 3 class at every track. The only way to get your level to go up is you have to play every track and get your level up at every track. Me, I'm a level 1 at every track because I have no higher level. I don't go in there to kind of like compete in every track, and I never have. I believe there's like 10 levels, and once you get to level 10, you are an elite. You're level elite, which is nice to have. But now we got this smaller race, 3%, just 10 laps at Atlanta, which is kind of nice. It's a nice little, you know, casual race at Atlanta, and you only got 4 people. You only have 4 people right here, so 3 other racers to compete against, and hopefully these other 3 guys are, you know, not douchebags, I guess you could say. Usually if you go to create a setup right here, this is where you would accept your setup in race day. But I'm not really positive that custom setups are even, they say they're allowed, but what I read was that custom setups aren't a thing. So we're going to try and race this race as hard as we can. I'm going to try and get a good run on these boys out here. We're going to race them clean, but we're going to race them hard. So I'm going to kind of drop back here, and I don't like to be up there fighting for positions early in the race. I mean, this is a 10-lap race on Atlanta. There's plenty of time to kind of come back, and I got an itch on my fucking... And that's what fucking happens. Right there is what... That's what happens to you right there alone. You got one problem on that track, and you're running hard, and they're running hard, and it was clean all the way up to that point, but always get involved in some type of shit. So I'm gonna try and make a run and get back up here with them. Anything is possible. I mean, you don't give up, especially at speedways. You don't really want to give up on a speedway because anything's possible. I mean, it's real easy to catch up to people again if you think about it. If I can get back up here, no problem. I can come up on here, let off this gas pedal a little bit, get around this track pretty well. Just try and get to a point where I'm catching them. and learn this track a little bit. Now, I'm not too fond of Atlanta. I don't race at Atlanta too often. I'm more of a Texas Motor Speedway type of guy when it comes to these speedways. I'm getting real close to that wall. I don't even think I touched it, but it's saying I did, so maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm not too sure. And right here shows you don't have to hit the brakes. There's really no tracks except for short tracks. Short tracks, you gotta hit the brakes. You gotta hit the brakes in them. But tracks like this, you gotta be real confident in what you're doing. And road courses, you need to hit the brakes a little bit. Sometimes more than other turns, you need to hit the brakes a little bit more, but really, you don't need to hit the brakes. What you need to do is kind of start getting to the turn, let off the gas, and get back into it about a quarter way, and then you got to kind of just fluctuate with the gas pedal and kind of just make that perfect run around it. So like right about here, I'll let off, and then I'll see the car start to drop down again, and I'll get right back into it. And I held that bottom of that track like it was fucking nothing. But this turn's a little bit different, so I'll come about right here and let off, and then I'll kind of feather with that gas pedal a little bit. As I see that car going up the track, I'm holding the wheel all the way left, but I gotta play with it a little bit. Here I'll let off halfway because I didn't have that much speed going into it. I'll let off a quarter way just real quick and get back into it, and I'll just move right back into it. You just got to get a feel for it, and that's why I like racing simulation, because there's more feel for the car. And when you lose that feeling, you'll hit the wall. And right now I'm racing with one hand, so I'm really losing some feeling on that car. But sad to think that I was racing with two hands, hit the wall, and then when I fucking put one hand down, I took that turn just fine. So I mean, it's just pretty much a feeling thing on these tracks. If you ever wondered, you know, how are you running so fast? Well, I'm running so fast because I kind of feel everything out. Now I'll hit the wall every now and then, just like everybody else will, but that's because I went into it too hot and I didn't perfect it. There's a perfect way to do it, and if you're not turned, the other thing is you might have the gas pedal synchronized perfectly, but you didn't have that turn. When you want to turn, you want to get right into that turn and turn straight down into it, and you want to hold it down there. The whole time you want to sit here and hold that wheel to the left. And you want to just kind of hold it on there, and that's how you run it. We didn't have that bad of a race. I'm sure they finished about 10 seconds ahead of us, but a little bit more than 10 seconds ahead. That boy fucking 10 laps down, which means he quit the race. I don't know why he would quit the race when he has a top. I mean, every race here is going to be top 5 because there's only 4 drivers, but on top of that, you're going to get a top 3 finish because you were ahead of me. So it really ain't looking that bad. Me, I don't quit. I don't like to quit lobbies. The reason why I don't like to quit lobbies is because if you quit the lobby, then I mean, what's the point? Now, if I'm gonna quit because there was, you know, 20, 30 people in it, and then I can come back to it. But like now, you see everybody quit again. So I'm not gonna race this guy one-on-one. There ain't no point in racing him one-on-one. That's just dumb. So I'll refresh this list and see who's in the lobby, who's almost done with the race, stuff like that. Now you got these boys racing stuff like Michigan. Let's see how many people we got here. Got 5 people in this lobby. See, it's a good amount of people right here. And they're about to race Atlanta, so we'll go back to Atlanta with them. Fear the Fish left his lobby to come in here. It's all about making runs, and I mean, really, when you're picking lobbies, don't pick. You know, it's nice to race in them bigger lobbies, but sometimes, you know, you don't want to ruin everybody else's experience too. I mean, you can go to say that, oh well, everybody can just join there. There's 40 spots. Well, then that means you left 10 people out. So when you leave 10 people out, then you can go run a 10-person race, and you don't really need all these damn lobbies. Everybody makes all these damn lobbies because they want to be able to boot people out and shit like that, or they just don't like the tracks that people are running. They want to put their own little fucking feel to it. Which I get it, and that's fine, but so I'm gonna kind of just run pretty easy here. I might even drop back a little bit just so I can come down here and race the fast lane with these boys, because if not, I'm gonna get left out to dry, and there's gonna be a wreck, and it ain't gonna be fucking me neither. Hell no, it ain't gonna be me. I hit the bottom of that apron and I was about to fly around it. See, I can see them letting off. When they start to slow down, they're letting off way too much into that corner. And I'm gaining quick, fast, and in a hurry. You gotta be real careful. Once you see somebody hitting the wall, your best bet's to kind of let off that gas and drop your car back down, because you're gonna slide right up the track into them. And you just kind of gotta find it. See, I'm sitting back. There's 23 laps in this race, so I'm just sitting back enjoying my time here, because if I don't, then I'm a wreck. See, I got that car. He's gonna come back down right on top of another person. And now they're going to fight back and forth to get into that lane because he's under the yellow. And it's going to be a run for his money. I'm going to hold it straight down on this track here. Got that car. You just kind of watch it. It's kind of like if you drive in real life. You're old enough to drive in real life, then you kind of know. You always got to be looking for some idiot. And me, it's a race, yeah, it's a race, and it's a hell of a race, but you don't want to fall too far back, but you also don't want to get too far into the action, because you get too far into the action, you're going to get into some shady fucking drivers who will push you off the track or fucking do some dumb shit to you. I'm going to let off because I know he's going to slide up that track. Nope, he's going to let off.
All clear.
There won't nothing I can do for that boy. I wasn't trying to hit nobody. It was just, I'm not going to slam into him and give him a fucking boost and then drop back myself. So I'm going to keep on trying to run with this boy, and I'm going to have to get around him, because if I don't get around him, I'm going to be running too slow. If he continues to pick my fucking fast lane, then I'm going to have to just move around him. He's going to touch that wall. He didn't touch it. He must have let off that gas all the way. Yep, he's getting into the wall. I'm going to start catching him again. He's down in the grass. He ain't going nowhere. He's probably going to come right back up into the track with me. I'm tapping the wall. There just ain't gonna be no catching these boys up here. There's a lot of laps left and anything can happen, but if it's gonna keep running like this, I ain't gonna catch that. Especially not if I'm spinning out. I'm gonna try and hold it down on them. See, I'll hold it up high for him. I'll let him come in. I made a little bit of contact with him, but I'm gonna keep trying to run him. Keep trying to run him hard. And you just listen to the car and you can hear him when I let off and when I let on to it. It's just a hard day. The other problem with people is they want to win, and they want to win every race. They don't never want to take a loss. And what they don't understand is you're not going to win every race. I don't care who you are. You ain't going to win every single race. Now, you might if you're like the best in the world or something, but I need to spit. Alright. Try to hold it straight here. But a lot of people, you know, they let winning get to their head and they want to win every single race, which, you know, that's cool. You know, I want to win every race too, but I'm not going to ruin somebody else's day or ruin somebody else's race who has a better opportunity than I do to kind of pull through. If that makes sense. I'm just going to race my race the way that I want to race, and you know, maybe I'll get them in the next one. A lot of people, they just get into an aggressive state where they have to win. And if they don't win, they get mad, and to me it just ain't.
Okay, that's the halfway mark now.
So now I'm moving up in the first, which tells me you have to pit.
You're low on fuel.
Yep, there it is. I'm low on fuel, which is telling me these boys, I'm gonna try and run this lap. I'm gonna try and run one more lap around, try and get a lap up on them. Hopefully I can do it. Get a lap up on these boys, and
10 laps to go.
I get another lap up on them. Had to hit the gas or hit the brake a little bit there. So now I'm a lap up on them, but I have to pit.
Slow down.
I have to pit, so I'm gonna pit. I'm gonna take. I ain't gonna worry about none of that. So I led some laps, and you know, that was fun. That was great and all, but you just gotta. I'm gonna lower this about a little bit. Get some tires here. I like how they added the actual pit to the online racing too. That's the first time I've seen this. So that's nice to have. I'm back in third place now. Third place a lot nicer than fucking anything else. And I got 4 new tires, so I got a car to run it. As soon as I seen them boys hit that pit, I knew that next lap I was having to pit. Come around this track and just try and keep it up. These tires.
There's a wreck in turn 1.
Get these tires some grip. They got a wreck up in turn 1. Hopefully it's another position for me to grab. Hopefully I can get around there fast enough to get to it. And again, it's probably just another car that was behind me that is coming out the pits, and he just tried to come up on the track. I don't see nobody, so obviously they already went on with their business. I loosened the car up a little bit too. Try and take these turns a little bit. Take them a little bit looser. It's gonna wear my tires up a little bit, but it'll get me faster. Make my car a little bit faster as well. Can't really go wrong with loosening the car up. I'm running way faster now that I loosened it up a little bit. I can see the car kind of swaying in and out though. But I'm holding the car almost at 180 miles per hour on turns compared to 165. I'm trying to make fast runs. Once that car starts to fishtail like that, you know you're gonna hit the wall.
Here you go.
Yep. It's sad to think that I'm doing better on the turn 3 and 4 than I am on turns 1 and 2.
Last lap.
I can't get 1 and 2 right.
Awesome. Top 5.
So that tells me right there, he finished 15 seconds faster than I did. I finished 6 seconds faster than that boy did, and that 24 that you seen down on that apron, he must have got wrecked. He either got wrecked or he was racing too aggressive. Might have put himself in the wall, but I mean, honestly, we had a good run. Second place ain't nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, you can't be ashamed of second place. Really, online racing, anything top 3 to me is, you know, as long as you have more than 5 drivers, top 3 is, you know, pretty nice to see. So I'm not too ashamed of that finish at all. I wish I could have ran it a little bit quicker. Maybe could have closed that gap on that 48, but problem with that was I didn't even get a lap up on him. He was already kind of gone. He was a little bit in front of me. He came out the pits, and I was chasing him around turns 3 and 4. Got a trophy. I don't know what I got a trophy for, but I got a trophy. Honestly, I should turn them trophies off because I wish I could have the car looser off the start. If I could have about 40, anywhere from 49.5 to 49 on the wedge, sometimes even 48.5 on the wedge, I'd be so much faster. I'd be so much faster in all of these, on every speedway possible. I'd be a lot quicker. They're racing the official schedule too, so it's a little bit trickier. Honestly, I think if you want to start in the front, and this goes for myself as well, I think the drivers that should start up front are the higher license level. The higher license level you have, the further in front you start. So if you got an elite, you start in first place, but if there's 2 elites, then they just kind of switch back and forth, first, second. But it doesn't really matter if you start in first or second because you're still in the front of that pack and you're still good. I'd rather start in first because I'm already down on the left side of the track, but it's just kind of, sometimes that's just how it works out. I don't know what the hell he just did, or why the hell he did it, but he did it. I've never raced on this track in this game yet, so I don't really have a feel for it. Maybe I'll run it quick, maybe I won't. I'm just gonna try and run on this draft and try and keep up with this boy. Say there. I get the pass on him, but he's running this track a lot faster than me. He's letting off a lot earlier. That's what you got to do. If you got cars that are running faster than you want to try and match their line. Try and kind of keep up with what they're doing and where they get back into that gas pedal and such. So I can keep up with them kind of a little bit on this back stretch with that draft, but I really want to get them in the corners. I'm fucking fishtailing this car all to pieces. Try and pull something up here. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for estimated fuel is 10 laps. And there's more than 10 laps remaining. I'm getting beat in the corners. Tires are getting worn already. Then again, he has ×4 tire wear on, so right around lap 13 is when I'm gonna have to pit it, or just whenever they drop it in. Alright, try and get some. Try and get a run on him. I'm trying, boys, I'm trying. Controller's dying. I'm gonna try and catch him.
That was your best lap ever.
They're just running so much quicker than I am, that's for sure. He's gonna run it into the pits. He knows he has to pit. And he's gonna try and make up for it later. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pit this lap around. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for this. 5 laps, estimated fuel.
Slow down.
All I need a half can of fuel, no tires, no repairs. Try and loosen that car up a little bit. Add a little bit of tape. Beat them out. Beat them both out. Hell yeah, dude. They took more fuel, and I think they took tires as well. That's what fucked them. I might should have taken them tires, but I didn't.
Five laps to go.
That's alright though, because I'm gonna pay for it in the long run probably. I'm only a half a second in front of this guy. He'll catch me by the time it's over though.
Say hi. Still there?
He's gonna beat me with them tires. That's what it is. He's beating me with them tires. I should have took them. I should at least took 2 tires. I'm not gonna be able to compete with him. Where my tires at? Yeah. The tires on the right side ain't no good. Still get second place though. Who knows, this boy might spin out. He's running down low on that track like that. He might spin. See how far ahead of the other one I am. He's 11 seconds back. So I beat him.
Here you go.
This lap and next lap. Anything can happen. Just gotta keep hope. Regardless though, second place finish, I mean, I'll take it. That's 2 top 2s in back to back.
Low on fuel.
Low on fuel. Well, he's gonna have to get over that. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do much without them tires. Them tires play too big of a role.
Last lap.
Just gotta come around this track one more time.
You're low on fuel.
Who knows, we might have to coast it around.
Awesome. Top 5.
He beat us by 8 seconds. Ain't very much I can complain about there. See, it had the tires first, so I only get beat by 8 seconds and not have them tires. We raced pretty strong. Top of that, we probably would have saved some fuel if we had new tires. I ain't gonna complain too much about it. There ain't really much to complain about, to be honest with y'all. We ran a strong race, and we ran top 3. We started in 4th place. We ran the top 3 and came back out to finish it at, you know, we moved up 2 positions. We even had a point in time where we were first. Oh, maybe not first. That other boy didn't seem to care too much about pitting. And that other boy, he pitted too early. That was his problem. He pitted way too early. And that was a mess for him. I don't know. I think we had a hell of a run though. I mean, I can't complain too much about it. But, you know, I thought I'd get this video out to y'all, or this stream out for y'all. We're 8 minutes past how long I wanted to run it for. I only wanted to run it for about an hour. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Other than that, I hope to do some more with y'all later. But this is Smash Mouth Dip. Remember, if you ain't dipping, you're tripping. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.